How does the final season of kick off? Who's the group hunting 11? What's Max's big role in this season, which might even tie into defeating Vecna? Plus, we've got details on the runtime and specific episodes for those new images that dropped, giving us a clearer picture of where this story's headed and how Volume 1 wraps up. And there's more official info pouring in. Literal truckloads of updates. In this video, I'm gonna break it all down for you, so stick around. But before we start, please hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Now, let's do this. What's good, Stranger Things fam? I am Explainverse, and I'm back to drop more Season 5 goodness. Because we've got fresh official news and interviews spilling major details about the season. So, here's the deal. I already dropped a video breaking down the official details about how the season ends, straight from the Duffer Brothers themselves. But in video, I'm focusing on how the season, confirmed details about the opening that set up the big finale. Like I've been saying, there's been a flood of interviews across different sites and outlets. Now we're diving into an interview the cast gave to Magazine. You can check out one of the official photos they released, showing the cast in different outfits. They even did a full-on video shoot, joking around, talking about the season's end, and dropping some major reveals. I've got a handy list, as always, to keep things short and sweet. No boring article reading here. Let's go. First off, let's talk about the confirmed time jump, which I mentioned in my breakdown of that new image. They've nailed down the exact timeline. Season 5 picks up a year and a half after the events of Season 4's finale. That sets the stage for where the characters are and what's going on. We got a glimpse of this in the synopsis, but here's the scoop. One big reveal from the interview is that there's a group called Hunting 11. Yup, led by a new scientist named Dr. K. Alongside Vecna as the main villain, she's a key secondary antagonist this season. It's also confirmed that the US Secret Service and government involvement will play a role. Now, about the Wolfpack, this group, based on filming details and teaser trailers, is basically a special ops unit, like elite mercenaries working for Dr. K. You can see them in that one image, sprinting through the woods in masks. There's another teaser scene from July showing Dr. K with armed guys storming a lab, probably where they clash with Hopper and 11. These are Wolfpack guys, and they're literally hunting 11 like she's prey, with special ops and all that jazz. That's why Hopper's by her side, locked and loaded, ready for action. This part of the season is gonna be packed with action, my friends. It's gonna be wild to watch. And here's the thing. Facing off against these mercenaries will likely push 11 to level up her powers, which is what she's aiming for. We've seen images of her training at the junkyard, jumping higher, doing all that cool stuff, fighting Dr. K's crew, even if they're enemies. Will probably help her grow stronger for the big showdown with Vecna. Think about it, it's a dope setup. Moving on, another Time interview tidbit confirms something we kinda knew but now have more clarity on. Vecna's gone missing at the start of the season. He's been AWOL for a while, and the characters are trying to track him down while dodging a quarantine zone and the military, who are also after 11. So you can already see the main conflict and plot kicking off, but why are they hunting Vecna if he's such a problem? Because defeating him is the only way to stop the apocalypse in Hawkins. That's the deal. Now, here's a big exciting reveal from the interview about the character on the left in that image. Not Sadie, but her character, Max. It's confirmed that Max is in a coma for at least the first half of the season. You might think, no surprise there. But did you catch that? At least the first half part. That's a potential spoiler. We assumed she'd stay in a coma until the very end, maybe waking up in episode 7 or 8, but first half suggests we might see more of Max in Volume 2. Yup, she's likely in the hospital, in a coma, for all of Volume 1. But toward the end of Volume 1, there's that Vecna attack at the hospital, with Demodogs trying to take her out, and Lucas stepping in to protect her. From new behind-the-scenes leaks, we know Max gets moved to the WSQK radio station where their bunker base is. We don't know how she wakes up, but the big question is, why Vecna's targeting her in the hospital. Everything points to Max messing with Vecna's plans while she's trapped in his mind. The interview also reveals she'll play a key role in thwarting Vecna and helping defeat him. That's huge. It suggests her coma might end around the middle of the season. Think episode 5 to 7, not just 7 or 8. And her role in fighting Vecna, since she's stuck in his mindscape, those creepy spaces Vecna creates, it seems she won't just sit there. She'll be fighting to break free, sabotaging Vecna from the inside, maybe even weakening him, while she's in there. There's even a theory, more speculative, that Vecna might choose to let her go because keeping her trapped in his mind is worse for him than letting her loose. It's just a theory, but it kinda makes sense. Either way, we finally have confirmation that Max won't just be sidelined in a coma all season. In the early episodes, don't expect much. She'll mostly appear when Lucas visits her, lying in that hospital bed. But by mid-season, things are gonna get wild, and she'll get the spotlight she deserves. That's awesome. But wait, there's more. The cast also confirmed the return of Barb. Obviously, she's still dead, not coming back to life. She was the first to go in season 1, right? They confirmed her body was on set, used as a prop, so they'll likely find her body again in the Upside Down, like we saw in season 4. They're giving little tributes to characters who died, even if it's a bit grim. Another cool reveal is about the runtime of those images I broke down in a recent video. If you haven't seen my image analysis, check out the previous videos. But here's the deal. The folks at Stranger Things News, shout out to them, dug into the official image files and found technical details, like timestamps. For example, that Dustin image, it's from episode 1 at 12 minutes and 56 seconds. That's super early, confirming that the opening scenes involve the school setting, with those behind-the-scenes clips from last year, showing the kids walking, eating in the cafeteria, and Dustin dealing with bullies, all while Hawkins is in chaos. But there's an even earlier image, the famous breakfast scene I analyzed. The Netflix file for that one says it's at 6 minutes and 57 seconds of some episode. It doesn't specify which, but it's obviously episode 1. It makes total sense for the season to open with the Byers living at the Wheelers' house, having breakfast before the kids head to school. And there's more. We've got a behind-the-scenes image confirmed to be from episode 504, season 5, episode 4. It shows the Duffer Brothers directing Noah Schnapp, Will, with a barn in the background. So it's likely episode 4 where we get the big barn attack, or maybe another barn scene later, since we know they return there. That's one's trickier to pin down. Then there's another awesome image, not behind the scenes, but an actual scene, of Eleven and Hopper in the lab attack. The file confirms it's from episode 4, the last episode of volume 1. No exact timestamp, but it's labeled as Scene 79, considering some episodes, like those running 1 hour, 23 minutes, can have 100-200 scenes. This is probably a bit past the halfway mark of the episode. So in episode 4, we'll see Eleven and Hopper facing off against Dr. K and her wolf pack in the lab. That's a big moment, and it shows they've got a lot to uncover before they get there. See how much info is dropping. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out. More videos are coming this week with even more reveals. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, share it with your friends and family, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much for watching. You guys are amazing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I breathe.